Welcome back, gamers, to another episode of the Slow Run Cast. I'm your host, the Iraqi Balboa, joined by my friend and co-host, Durwin Luke, the guy who's just about ready to go home, and to play Terminator 2D No Fate.
Yeah, I haven't picked that up.
Okay.
Metroid is I'm trying to beat Metroid real hard.
Which how many more do you got? Those keys?
I don't know. I've got one more key, but I have a feeling there's probably another level, I assume. Yeah. Just a little detour, you know how it is.
Got the first key. I'm so
you are so behind on that game.
I'm so bored. I'm going to leave it till like an actual review episode. I don't know, man. I'm pretty bored by that game. It just we'll see. Maybe the later the later chapters and levels get like better with the intricacies of the levels and how it all meets together. No, it doesn't, does it?
No, unfortunately it doesn't.
Oh, God. It's so... Dude, God of War 2018 is a better Metroidvania. Am I wrong or what?
It's not the best work.
It looks really good, though, for a Switch game.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. It looks amazing for a Switch
really
2 game.
Good.
I think the best looking Switch 2 game, like first party Nintendo. I can't speak to like Cyberpunk and stuff like that because I've never played it on a Switch 2. But like graphically, I feel like it looks pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah. 4K 60 or 180p 120. So that's pretty solid on docked mode. I don't know if it's the same handheld.
I'm playing on handheld, and it definitely looks pretty good. I took a look at your screen when I first walked in, and it looks great on your OLED TV. So,
oh yeah, it looks pretty mint. So
yeah.
That's one thing that's saving it. But we'll talk more. Joined here with us is my friend Talha Naveed, the man who was here a year ago to talk all things Game Awards. And speaking Game Awards, we just finished recording our Game Awards reactions episode. So we'll be dropping that the same time we drop this episode. This is just going to be a regular news cycle, plus talking about the things we've been playing. So let's get into that right away. If you want anything to do with the Game Awards, I'd listen to the other episode that we're going to drop. Durwin, we got some updates about the Netflix purchase of Warner Brothers. Paramount has revealed a hostile offer to Warner Brothers for 18 million more than what, 18 billion more than what Netflix was offering. And they said, quote, WBD shareholders deserve an opportunity to consider our superior all-cash offer for their shares in the entire company. Our public offer, which is on the same terms we provide to Warner Brothers Discovery Board of Directors in private, provides superior value and more certain and quicker path to completion. We believe WBD Board of Directors is pursuing an inferior proposal which exposes shareholders to a mix of cash and stock and uncertain future trading value of the global network's linear cable business and challenging regulatory approval process. We are taking our offer directly to shareholders to give them the opportunity to act in their own best interests and maximize the value of their shares. So this is $18 billion more than the $83 billion that Netflix offered. And despite this offer, Warner Brothers won't change the Netflix sale recommendation, but they did say, quote, the company called the offer unsolicited, but will carefully review and consider Paramount Skydance offer in accordance with the terms of Warner Brothers Discovery's agreement with Netflix. I think this is gonna get ugly before it gets solved here.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think this is gonna get messy.
I think either way the consumer loses. So
yeah, I mean, with the level of consolidation that's happening here, this is crazy. This is crazier than the Activision Blizzard purchase. $83 billion. I know for what we're concerned here for the podcast, we're thinking about games. And Netflix has come out and said that Warner Brothers game studios are relatively minor to Netflix, which is troublesome to me because that sounds like an easy get rid of the games department down the line if we need to, reduce costs. Already Warner Brothers game studios have had a tough time the last calendar year. They shut down Monolith Studios and canceled Wonder Woman. I'm not sure. The game studios that would be acquired is NetherRealms. Is that
Yeah, it's Warner Brothers. Yeah.
That's Warner Brothers, right? For Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
There's an Avalanche Games and Avalanche Studios. One of them develops Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, so, and then TT Games for Lego. And apparently even this week we found out that Netflix considered buying EA and Disney as well, but went for this Warner Brothers purchase. And apparently Fox too. Holy smokes, man.
I'll have more net worth than Netflix or whatever you want to call it.
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised they
Netflix
could even
buying
make
Disney?
an offer.
Yeah.
Because Disney's huge, no?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the numbers behind it, but Netflix is also really, really big. And you have to think about Disney as a whole. There's also like the theme parks and stuff like that versus Netflix is just purely a software based.
Exactly. So with all those theme parks and everything, you think they could freaking buy a
The
Disney?
theme parks actually don't add that as much value as you think they do, because
Really?
there's operating costs that are pretty high with those theme parks. Those theme parks are actually not Disney's like bread and butter, surprisingly.
Probably not, because you need to create the bread and butter to make the theme park interesting.
Yes,
You
and
can't
it costs a lot of money to maintain those theme parks.
Yeah, I imagine. I don't know. We'll see. I think this one's going to get a lot more messy before it finally gets settled. But I don't know. I'm just worried about the games. I just want to see what's going to happen to these studios that are involved in
I
this
think
purchase.
the bigger studios would be fine. I don't
Well,
think much is going to change. for
Netflix
those
has
ones.
been trying to get into games, and they had their own internal like AAA studio that they shut down this year, and then they have a bunch of smaller games on like mobile that I think one of the studios that they laid off a bunch of people. I'm gonna let you guys take over this because my throat is killing me. I'm a little bit sick, but you guys know more about this than I do. PC RAM costs more than some new graphics cards, and the skyrocketing of these RAMs are potentially a reason why Nintendo shares have dropped $14 billion among concerns of shortages down the production line. So the price of a share has been dropped by 4.7%. So that's a $14 billion loss in total, which is crazy. Yeah, so the cost of the 12 gigabyte RAM in the Nintendo Switch 2 has jumped up to 41%, according to Bloomberg reports.
Yeah, RAM has basically doubled in price, as I was saying in previous shows.
So apparently, I think this is a little bit overkill, like this article, because it is comparing the price of a graphics card to like a 64 gigabyte RAM, which I think
Nobody needs 64
No,
gigabytes.
nobody needs 64 gigs. But these 64 gig packs are costing more than like an RTX 5070 Ti or an Radeon RX 9070 XT.
Yeah. If I look at my previous PC build, which I built in late 2019, I bought my graphics card for $650, and my RAM was maybe $100, maybe even less than that. Now, if I want to buy a brand new graphics card with around the same, like maybe second tier, maybe not top tier, it would cost me around $800. Those same sticks of RAM for DDR5 cost $900.
Holy smokes.
The top, like, RAM is incredibly expensive now. I think if I were to buy just like a regular RAM that I'd use in my PC build, that I would use in my PC build that I plan to buy, it would be around $350.
Yeah, I think
Which
the range is
originally-
about 4 or 5 now.
Which originally would have cost me like maybe $90, maybe 100, 120.
Yeah, and I think Samsung has come out, or there's speculation that Samsung is halting their SATA SSD production as well. So people looking at getting SATA SSDs will be suffering.
Can you guys explain to me why this is happening economically?
I kind of have a general picture of why it's happening, but I probably can't explain it in a way that kind of flows. But as far as I understand, the RAM is built, like memory is built by 3 major companies, which is Samsung, Micro, and
Micron, yep.
Micron, and the last one's like I think S something. Anyways, there's 3 companies. Micron has stopped producing RAM for consumers. They're not selling RAM to consumers anymore. So they had their own sort of
They had Crucial, which was
They
the
had
consumer
Crucial.
branch of Micron, and the last one was SK Hynix.
SK, yeah. So Micron's just not selling to consumers anymore. They're only selling to big companies. That's good. That's just driving RAM prices up. And honestly, this is gonna snowball into other pieces of the PC, like because everything uses memory. Prices are gonna go up. I don't think CPU prices will, but GPU prices, SSDs, any storage is gonna just skyrocket, and it's just gonna keep going until. And also, I think it's because they sold it because of AI.
Yeah. So OpenAI, I think, is one of the top contributors to this because they basically buy production units of the RAM, and they are basically overloading these companies that create them. And if they're willing to pay top dollar, why would SK Hynix or Micron waste their money making potential to selling to consumers? So the AI companies are buying it all up. They are basically taking all the production allotment for these chips, and we are the ones that suffer from this.
Is there light at the end of the tunnel, or does this look like going to be a price hike that's going to be long term?
It might be long term as long as the AI bubble is continuing, from what people are speculating. I think they have basically bought up all the production line up until 2027.
Holy smokes!
So this might be a long winter.
So you're pretty cooked if you want to build a decent PC and try to like save some cost here.
I was planning on building a PC maybe next year, but I have to delay that for a few years
Yeah,
at least.
a lot of people are looking at alternatives like going back to DDR4 RAM, which is slightly slower, but prices are a little bit better and you can find them used a little bit more.
Do you think this is going to affect the cost of the Steam machine?
People are speculating, yes. People are saying that potentially getting pushed back.
I mean, I'm looking at some of these prices like this. I don't know what these brand names are, but 32 gigabyte, November 1st price $97, November 26th price $339.99, December 11 $430.
Yeah, like looking at Memory Express right now, 32 gigabyte 6000 megahertz RAM kit from Team Group is $620.
That is insane.
Yeah, if you want a slower speed, 5600 megahertz is $480 for 32 gigabytes. And this big boy, 64 gigabytes of 6000 megahertz RAM, $1,012.
Holy smokes.
A 9070 XT that you had listed earlier can be bought for about 900 Canadian dollars right now.
That's nuts, man. These become more expensive than a graphics card is insane.
Consumers are just cooked.
Eventually, this is going to make its way to the consoles too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the news stories that you might have missed is that people are speculating that the Switch 2 prices are due to increase because of this.
Oh yeah, I think I just said that though.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was some speculation.
Yeah, it's like almost a guarantee. And going back, what is it? Quite a few episodes now. This is probably the cheapest time that you will be paying for a Switch 2.
Frankly, it's the cheapest
launch pricing.
If you want to buy a console, man, it's just the cheapest time for anything. It's always the cheapest time. It just seems like they keep going up. Xbox has seen 2 price hikes. The Switch 1 has seen a price hike after the Switch 2 already came out. You're going to see a Switch 2 price hike without a doubt. We've already seen PlayStation price hikes, although that PlayStation sale on Black Friday was really good. We've seen multiple PlayStation price hikes in different territories. It seems like the day something comes out is the cheapest time to buy it nowadays.
Yeah. And honestly, this is going to spread to every piece of electronics out there, including smart TVs, smartphones, everything.
It is, yeah. We got more updates on the Rockstar fired employees debacle that's been going on. Rockstar has said that the fired employees were leaking info from upcoming and unannounced titles, not for joining a union. So it's another back and forth, it seems like.
Where are these leaks? I've yet to see these leaks.
Thank you. Like, they keep making these claims, and you'd think if there was leaks, there'd be somewhere on the internet. There's nothing. This is becoming a big story in the UK, because Keir Starmer, the current sitting Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, said Rockstar will be investigated with regards to this potential union busting. Yeah, I mean, like, this is a freaking video of them in their, what do they call it? House of Commons. So it's made its way up to government. I don't know how Rockstar's gonna deal with this. I think maybe they've taken this is Edinburgh MP, so I think they're based out of Rockstar North, based out of Scotland. We'll keep you guys updated. We're gonna find out more for sure in the coming weeks what's gonna happen with this. I don't think these people are gonna get their jobs back, frankly. But I think they might get some type of financial compensation to make up for what has happened to them. Speaking of fired employees, the X-Initiative leadership. The initiative was the team that was working on Perfect Dark. They are launching a new studio under 2K Games. Daryl Gallagher, who was the former studio head of the initiative, said, "I'm excited to share that I will be joining 2K as SVP studio head, where I'll be building a new studio and leading an ambitious opportunity. Unlike anything I've taken on before, I've spent my career believing it's what's possible, etc., etc., etc. I can't wait to get started with the exceptional team at 2K." So good for them. I mean, at least they've moved on to the next thing over there. Still sad that Perfect Dark game didn't come out, to be honest with you. I don't know, Durwin, your Final Fantasy VII remake prediction didn't seem like that was that off, but we didn't see anything. Recently, the studio head said that Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3's game experience is more or less complete.
Yeah. That's why I was so shocked to not see it. It seemed like it would be the perfect final trailer instead of High Guard. To be honest,
that
right?
would be a fun, yeah.
That would have been insane.
I've been a lot more excited.
The final installment of FF7, that's big news.
Yeah, I'd be a lot more excited for that than High Guard.
They wouldn't just reveal it at a state of play, would they?
I don't think so. I think because Square Enix has come out to say that they don't really like the idea of the exclusives, that I don't think they really care. I think they just want to sell games. They want to make their money.
But it's still going to have a publishing deal with Sony. That's all. I agree with you that they're going to move away from the first party stuff, but I imagine they still have a publishing deal with Sony on this one.
Think so?
Oh, yeah. I
thought there was articles saying that the next FF7 was going to be closer to the same release dates for all consoles.
It might be closer. The release dates will be closer, but I don't think it's going to be day and date. Not on Xbox or Switch 2, for sure. They'll be closer together, agreed, but I'm excited for this game, man.
Still haven't played the first two. I need to get on that.
I didn't play the first one when it came out. There wasn't my sort of thing, and then I played the first one before Rebirth came out by a month.
I played the first one through to the exact same part 4 times in a row. I forgot the part now. It's right after the town.
Oh, very early on.
The cabaret in there.
Yeah.
Right after that.
Smaller news stories. The Deus Ex remaster, which was scheduled to come out in February, has been delayed. That game looked terrible, bro. I don't know why they were calling it a remaster. It looked brutal. So good for them for delaying it. Do you remember this, Derwin, from a state of play?
I do. It was less of a remaster, less of a remake. It was literally a downgrade, I feel. It's like when some of these old games get brought to a 4K TV and it just looks like it's Uncanny Valley. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it looked pretty bad. I don't know what they were thinking. Did you see this, Talha?
I haven't seen it, no.
It was on a state of
but
play.
It sounds like I shouldn't see it.
Well, depends. Helldivers 2 is working on a roguelite mode, apparently. It's in prototype, so don't expect it anytime soon. It's not like this is an announcement. But that sounds like an interesting idea. Would you go back into Helldivers 2 for a roguelite mode?
Well, going back would be kind of phrasing it a little too heavily because I only played maybe 2 hours of that game. So
okay, well, I don't know why I thought you were one of the people who played with us heavy, but I guess it was more your brother.
I think I played with you guys for 1 session.
Yeah.
And then I refunded the game.
Derwin, you never played Helldivers 2, did you?
No, I haven't.
It was not my most favorite game.
Yeah.
2024. I know a lot of people liked it. I just don't really like those type of games.
I knew in the first hour that I didn't like it.
Roguelike mode sounds kind of interesting to see how many bugs you could kill. I don't know. Definitely not enough to bring me back. Thought I got a story for you. The Tekken director, Tetsuhiro Harada, leaves Bandai Namco after 30 years.
Yeah. It's a pretty big deal among fighting game space. Apparently he's been handing over his duties gradually over the past year or two. But it's a pretty sad day.
Yeah, not an abrupt exit. Apparently, the Tekken... we're at Tekken 8 or Tekken 9?
Tekken 8.
Yeah, Tekken 8. The studio head put out a post saying, we're fine. The game is going to continue as per usual with the usual updates.
Yeah, like Harada wasn't pivotal anymore. So like he already like he said, he's been saying this for months that he's already handed over most of the major duties that he had.
Sounded like he's kind of retiring or maybe just taking a break.
I think this sort of retirement, I don't know, he probably was thinking about it for a long time, but I think he's doing it this early because his I don't know, I don't want to assume their relationship, but I'm going to say his rival Itagaki created the Ninja Gaiden franchise. He passed away
Passed away
recently.
recently, yeah.
I think that might have played an influence on his decision.
Yeah, passed away pretty young too, at 59 years of age or something like that. So
I think I've seen people are saying he might continue making games, but he just won't be doing Tekken. Wants to work on something before he, like something else before he retires completely.
yeah, I don't know. How old is he right now?
He's younger than Itagaki, so he probably maybe late 40s.
Okay, well, I'll switch that up. Late 40s doesn't sound very old. He for sure has more juice in him. 55.
55, wow.
The Doom creator, John Romero, whose game was canceled, he had like some type of publishing deal with Microsoft. It wasn't a first party Xbox game, but he had a deal with them. And they kind of scratched that deal with as part of their whole like gutting everything they were working on from this summer. His game has been kind of saved, not exactly. He's got a fresh new redesign of the game. He's tried to like salvage a few of the aspects of the old game, and is looking for funding right now. But yeah, so he's still alive and they're still going. He said the game is influenced by Elden Ring. I don't know exactly how that's going to pan out, but just shout out to him. Good for him for keeping that alive. Another thing that kind of survived in the wake of Satya Nadella telling Phil Spencer to give everything the slash. Call of Duty will no longer have back-to-back releases of the same sub-franchise. Following the terrible launch of Black Ops 7, which was the game that followed Black Ops 6. Talha, any thoughts? I think this is a good move, personally.
Yeah, it's a good move. They should also probably stop releasing a Call of Duty every year. So
I don't think that's going to happen. I think
Yeah.
it's too much money, man. I think they're going to keep it going.
Yeah, they sunk way too much money onto this. So
I still think this game is profitable, even if it's not as profitable as they want it to be. Guys, do you have any idea of what game is being re-released for the nth time?
Skyrim,
baby. Skyrim is been shadow released to the Switch 2, Durwin. Are you going to play Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim on the Switch 2?
oh, thank you.
Damn, this is a game that keeps giving, man. It's crazy. Skyrim.
That must be pretty hard on a Switch too. I feel like, well, I mean, if you're playing handheld.
I think it's okay.
No?
Game came out in 2011. I think it'll be okay on the Switch too.
No, not graphically, but like control wise. Because
Oh.
I play a lot of handheld. I could not imagine like doing something precise on the Switch 2 handheld form factor. One of the gripes for Metroid is that I find in handheld mode it does make my hand cramp a lot.
Yeah, I don't touch that thing handheld if I don't have to. I don't, frankly. I need to get one of your things, but
I don't think it helps, but it's definitely not enough.
yeah, the Steam Deck's way too comfortable. If I really want to play something handheld, I'm playing it on the Steam Deck. Just so flimsy, no support in the back of that Switch too. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's flat.
The Pro Controller, on the other hand, beautiful. I'll play docked on my Pro Controller all day. Got one more news story for this week. This is a news story that is close to my heart. The veteran voice actor and voice of Ratchet & Clank's Captain Quark, Jim Ward, has died at the age of 66. Yeah, I loved Ratchet & Clank back on the PS2 back in the day, and Captain Quark was like one hell of a character. So kind of sad to see Jim Ward passing. He's also worked on a bunch of other games: Fallout 4, Dota 2, Marvel Heroes, Metal Gear, Diablo 3, Guild Wars 2, Call of Duty, and a number of the Ratchet & Clank games, of course. But Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Ward was unable to perform his role as Captain Quark due to Alzheimer's disease. So it looks like he had early onset Alzheimer's. That's it for news stories this week. Guys, do you want to talk about any of the games you've been playing? I'll let our guest go first.
Well, lately I've been getting into First Berserker Kazan.
Ooh,
And
yes.
I regret not playing it earlier.
Yeah.
It's a perfect Souls-like for me because it's very similar to Neo 2. Honestly, it's like a Neo 3 essentially, like a Neo 2.5 before Neo 3 comes out. This game is perfect for me. And honestly, the main character is badass. Story's pretty good, honestly. I kind of like it. Character designs are really good. Art style is really nice. Another game I'm still playing Hades 2, still doing a couple runs here and there. It's a nice game where you can just like kind of hop on, play it for like an hour, get a couple of runs in, and then hop off.
What's your favorite weapon in Hades 2?
I like the daggers.
Oh, you like the daggers? Hey, I'm not
yeah.
a dagger man.
Oh.
I like the skull weapon or the missile launcher.
Oh, the missile launcher was pretty fun, honestly. Yeah, I was watching some YouTube videos on like tier lists of weapons. The dagger's on the bottom, and the skull is like near the top.
So I don't know if you've played into like that crystal thing, and it kind of gives you ideas for like your builds. And once I realized how strong the skulls were, I was like, oh man, this is like one of my favorite items.
Yeah, one of the aspects of the skull is completely broken. I forget which one it was.
Where it comes back and it explodes or something like that, or when you pick it up, it explodes again.
It's when you press the attack button, it loads the skull, and when you dash, it blows up.
Yes.
It's the aspect of Medea, I believe. That one is insane. I almost wanna run just from that. But another thing I noticed while playing Hades 2 is I just suck at this game. I just so bad at it. It took me like maybe 30 runs to actually win a run. And then after that, I used the same build to win another run. But before that, I didn't win anything. So
yeah, I mean, I feel like as long as you kind of master the weapons, then you eventually get good enough, or the game will give you enough handicaps that you can actually win it. But yeah, I do feel like the end game gets a little bit slow with you just having to try and beat Kronos over and over again. I think the amount of times you have to beat him is a little bit aggressive.
they want you to try like different builds and different ways to beat Kronos, but at the end of the day, he's still the same boss.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you unlock the
modifiers.
Yeah, the modifiers where they make him harder.
Well, I unlocked all the weapons you guys are talking about.
Yeah,
but
you haven't unlocked probably all the subsets, because for each weapon class there's 3 different
never mind.
characteristic
never
changes.
Mind. No, then
yeah. Been playing Stellar Blade.
Very nice.
Have you played that yet?
I have yet to play it.
It's a great game, honestly. I think it gets a bad rep.
No, I'm interested in playing it,
Of
but
course
I'm
you are.
literally I'm juggling multiple games and not anything
Have
else.
you finished Indiana Jones?
I have still yet to finish Indiana Jones.
And you're playing Metroid Prime 4?
I've been mainly playing Metroid Prime 4.
And you're still playing Hades 2?
I am barely playing Hades 2. Yeah, I don't know how many hours I'm into Metroid Prime, but we'll have to like do a full deep dive episode, because I feel like you have lots to say about it. And I'm more neutral about this game than you are, I feel.
I just can't get into the series. I don't know what it is. I think maybe after 4 I should go back and play Metroid Prime Remaster and like see how I actually feel, because from what it sounds like on the street, Metroid Prime, the first one, is the best one.
Yeah.
Right? By far. So I think maybe if I like played the first one, I don't know. I played Metroid Dread 2. Did the same thing that you did with Final Fantasy VII Remake. I started it, would get stuck on a spot, and I'd started it again. I did it like 3 times. I kept getting to a spot where I couldn't figure out where to move. I did like Metroid Dread more than this.
I agree.
For sure. But still not enough that I even cared about Metroid Dread. I think like Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is like a more interested Metroidvania. Or like even Animal Wells, a great Metroidvania. There's something about the series that just... I force myself, I try time and again to play it, but it's just not that appealing. The story doesn't seem that interesting. I'm gonna get in trouble here, but Samus is just like a whatever character. Like,
come on, I don't even play Metroid and I love Samus.
Yeah,
I don't mind Samus. I really don't like how she is a silent protagonist in this.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of silent protagonists either. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I understood it for Dynasty Warriors Origins, because that was another like silent protagonist. But I feel like it did a disservice in this game because there were so many NPCs that seemed to want to talk to you in a
Yes.
conversation.
Yeah.
But then Samus just looks at
She
them,
just looks at
and then
them.
she just goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just don't understand why they did that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get the silent protagonist in a game like Elden Ring or like Neo or something like that.
Where the enemies are like kind of the
Yeah,
shining characters,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Right.
But like, does any of the bosses for Metroid really stand out as like
Random freaking zombie monster plant. animal
exactly?
thing.
Yeah, and then the way that the lore of this planet is told is, I feel, just lazy writing.
Yeah, you have to really pay attention to like actually care about what's. I don't know, Derwin. I kind of hate you because like you literally looked at me when we were watching the Game Awards and you were like, "Mo, you're not gonna finish this game," and you said that, and now I'm like, "Okay, now that means I have to freaking finish this game." So, which is freaking frustrating, Derwin. I wish you never said that.
Or I'm right, and I know you.
Well, that you see, you do that again. That means I'm gonna freaking have to finish this game. You're just ever with me. If you just let it be, I could have just moved on and said I didn't like the game. But now you're like, yeah, you're really not gonna finish this game. I don't know. Yeah, it's not the most. I've played a lot of games that are rather disappointed me this year, I think, and when I should have been playing games that were not disappointments, by the sounds of it. Kingdom Come.
What was your biggest regrets then? Disappointments and what you would have filled it up with.
This year?
Yes.
I think we should save that for our Game of the Year
All right.
episode because we do that. We do a category of our biggest
right.
disappointments. I think you could guess a few. There's a few games I went out, bought the thing for like $90, and then sat there and.
I mean, there's only one game that I know for sure that is on that list.
Yeah. Yeah, one that was on the Game of the Year list, not finalist list. There was another game too that was pretty hype when it came out, but nobody wants to talk about it now. And yeah, I don't know. I should have spent more time playing Death Stranding 2 or Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Any other thing we've been playing, gentlemen, we want to talk about?
I think that's it for both of us. Yeah, I'm glad I had someone to talk Hades 2 with.
Me.
Looking at you, Mo.
Should go back. I don't know, man. I can't get it to look good on my TV. The
Play
Steam Deck
handheld. It's really a game that can be played handheld.
Yeah,
it looks
but sometimes I just want to sit on my couch and I've been playing it handheld. When I was playing it, I was playing it handheld on the Steam Deck. But I don't know what it is with that game. Like when I put it docked, there's something wrong. There's something off, and I can't figure out what settings in the Steam Deck I have to tinker with to get it to look good on the TV. I'm not gonna say that's the reason I stopped. The reason I stopped was because Battlefield 6 came out and because Ghost of Yotei came out. That's the reason I stopped.
Fair.
Done Ghost of Yotei now?
Oh yeah, but I think me and Durwin are both done.
Oh yeah,
We
we're
got the
both
plot.
done.
Both of us got the plot. I never
Yeah.
went back into the update though.
I'm probably not until, I don't know, if there is more DLC or something like that.
I mean the multiplayer version, man.
Yeah,
Multiplayer.
I don't know.
I'll probably start Ghost of Yotei next up after I finish these games I'm playing now.
Zon and Hades 2.
And
On
Stellar
Hades 2
Blade.
and Stellar Blade.
I need to freaking finish games that I started this year after this. I'm going to
Yeah.
finish Silent Hill F next after I finish Metroid Prime 4. Finish Lego Voyages with my wife. And then try to finish Hades 2 probably.
I don't know about finishing Hades 2. You have to
No,
beat
sorry.
him
I want to
multiple
win a run on
times.
Hades 2.
Yes, win a run on both ends. I've
Yeah.
actually yet to beat the is it Prometheus?
Prometheus, yeah.
Yeah, Prometheus end.
Yeah, I got to the final boss on Prometheus end, but I died to him.
Yeah, I think he's actually a harder boss than Kronos, maybe
Kronos.
because I find that I'm more successful build-wise going down towards hell than towards the mortal world for some
Yeah.
reason. So I don't know. I just haven't figured out his moveset, I guess.
I think it's because when you go up to the surface, you can choose between going up or going through doors, and I think going through doors gives you more like
Same idea for going down towards Kronos side, though. Yeah, once you get to his fortress, you're either forced to go down further or you can explore more of that area and gain more upgrades.
Yeah, but that's only for the last area, right?
Yeah.
So for this, I feel like for the surface, it starts earlier. So I think there's a lot more decision making you have to do with what kind of boons you choose.
Do you guys think, since the dust has settled and there's no like fear of missing out sort of aspect of me hopping into Hades 2 right away, do you think it would be a good or bad idea to just hop into Hades 1 instead and play Hades 1 first?
I don't know. I feel like Hades 2 was like a successor in almost every single way, right? That's what I've heard. I've never played Hades 1, so I can't comment officially. But I mean, I bet you there's a lot of quality of life stuff in Hades 2 that might be a deal breaker for you to
Which
go
is
back to
like,
Hades
that's what
1.
I'm afraid. Like, I play Hades 2 and I love Hades 2 so much that I want to go play Hades 1, and then I go play Hades 1 and it's not the same.
I'm not going to open up that box until I'm done Hades 2.
Yeah, I played through Hades 1. I don't think I beat it. I don't think I won a run, but I did play like maybe 12 hours ish. It was fun. I think it still holds up, but I think definitely if I go back to it now, I'm gonna miss some of that stuff that Hades 2 has. And there's just a lot more content in Hades 2. You know, Hades 1 is kind of more bare bones.
Which I don't know. Maybe I might like to be like as a sampler,
little bit
as a
more-
tester. Yeah.
There's a lot more
little more
unlockables
focused.
in Hades 2 and a lot more stuff to do.
Are you ever gonna go back into Hollow Knight Silksong?
Probably not. That's one game that I respect.
Me
But
too.
at my time in life, I want to finish a game. And I want to move on to the next game.
I don't want to play a game for 50 hours and not be able to beat it.
Exactly, right? Like, I feel like I enjoyed Wu Chang more because I feel like I got more progress than Silk Song at times. And that was frustrating too because of the amount of backtracking that you have to do in that game.
Well, I'm good with closing this up. Any other comments, guys?
Unless you want to talk about my gacha activities.
No, we're good with that.
No, you keep that to you in your bedroom and whatever fan fiction is written about that Hoyoverse.
My
Nothing-
Z-list Zone Zero activities.
No, we're good. This guy was the guy making accounts to vote for Withering Waves on Player's Choice at the Game Awards. Yeah. Okay then, thanks for joining us, guys. We hope you enjoyed this regular episode. But again, if you want to watch our Game Awards reactions episode, both to the winners and the announcements, please check that out. You can find us at the Slow Run Cast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. And if you liked what you listened to, leave us a like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications when these episodes drop. We hope you enjoyed what you listened to, and we are out.